council's doing it. I mean, I don't know how much more we can do. To Hershey's point, I think that we are getting out of masks, but we're probably going to get out of masks at the moment. Is that like, am I paraphrasing you correctly, Hershey?
Exactly. I'm just concerned with our trajectory of the curve now when we get Thanksgiving, depending on what the kids do, going home and coming back.
Speaking of that, I have, I think I said this earlier, but, and I don't know if we want to formally write a letter, but just asking the university to take into account our healthcare situation and our cases as they are making that decision. Is that something that this board would be interested in doing?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay. I can write that letter.
Don't they have to pull that trigger pretty quickly?
They said, the provost said yesterday that, they can do that. They can pivot quickly, that they don't have to do it that far in advance.
Yeah, so our last day of classes is Friday next week before Thanksgiving week, the 20th.
Yeah, so that letter would need to go out to them tomorrow, just as they're mulling over things over the weekend, because I would think would make a decision early next week, depending on what they're seeing on campus. But
yeah, their comments this morning was they felt like they could be pretty nimble in their decision making.
Okay, well, good.
So I think that is, one thing we can ask them to take into consideration. Again, it's one moving part of this pandemic, but it is something. And we have a lot of students from Texas, which just hit 1 million cases.
They're number one. Yay.
And Oklahoma and Missouri.
Yeah.
So it's all around. And Arkansas too. It's all here.
Right.
I think we've seen how impactful the university, August, September showed us how impactful the university return was to our numbers. Not saying that would repeat itself, but it certainly is of concern. So I appreciate you taking that on, Marty.
Anything else? Any other suggestions? Ideas?
The only other thing that I think